All right, so now we're going to move on to our mock draft. Brandon has pick 10.
I have pick 10, yes.
Austin has pick 6. And
Start the clock, Seth.
What? You didn't need to say that. You could have.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
And I have pick 4. So we're just going to assess what we're thinking before we take our picks.
What if I'm on the clock and I can't think and pick at the same time?
Well, then you can, since you're the 6th pick, we have a little bit of time before we get to Brandon's pick, so you can reflect on your pick after you're done picking.
What I don't like is how I wish you could do. We need to use the software that doesn't already have pre-selected players. You know, I feel like that kind of cheats the draft.
It makes it easier for people who haven't played before. Yes.
Yeah, but everybody in our league's played before. I think we should just do it where they don't put the players there. You just pick. You come up with your own ranks.
And where would you find this program?
I've never looked for it, but
that's why you get a draft board then. We have 7 seconds till our draft starts, and obviously
the excitement
Le'Veon
is unbearable.
Or David is going to go first.
Some guy's probably going to clown and pick.
You don't know that. Tim Tebow is a high draft pick this year.
If Tim Tebow goes first, I mean, I was in a mock draft where Tim Tebow and Chad Henne were top 2 picks.
Why are they even options?
What is that from? Sounds like some old Frosty cartoon.
So first pick on the board, David Johnson.
No.
Or sorry, Le'Veon Bell. Then Brandon went. No,
that's
sorry.
not me. There's another Brandon in the draft.
Let me get this figured out.
Sorry. Le'Veon Bell, pick 1. David Johnson, pick 2. Obviously, we agree with that.
I'd argue
you can flip them. But
I'd argue David Johnson won.
Obviously, top 2, we agree. And then 3 should be Antonio Brown. Or is that a silly statement?
I'd say him. Probably, yeah.
Come on, Team Faney, let's go.
At least there's only 30 seconds in between, not 2 minutes or something.
Is 2 minutes too much for you?
Very much. Way too much.
What?
Yeah, I said that really weird.
3rd pick, Antonio Brown.
45 seconds.
Julio Jones, Odell Beckham Jr., Mike Evans, LaShawn McCoy, A.J. Green, Jordy Nelson are all next. Jordy Nelson's in the top 10 now? What?
Hasn't he always been there?
That was a good sound.
No, he was.
Oh, no, he wasn't because
he was 12 or 13. But he was 12 or 13. He shouldn't be that high.
T.Y. Hilton moved up a bunch, too.
No way I would take.
Got to be kidding.
He used to be back at 14 or 15. Now he's at 11.
Yeah,
Melvin,
but no way I would take Jordan Nelson
both slid down. Well, me neither. But
Why, you don't like him having double-digit touchdowns every year?
I like that, but I wouldn't take him that high.
Oh.
You would? You would take him at pick 9 before
I think
Freeman
it's kind of outrageous to say he doesn't belong there.
That's just my opinion.
Well, I don't like
take
your
it or
opinion.
leave it.
I don't like your opinion.
Well, so be it.
Julio Jones was picked with number 4. A safe pick.
I thought you just got on the soapbox saying how bad he was.
Jeez.
Well, he's been solid for years. It's safe. It's not like you're not going to win a league doing that. Oh,
hey,
you picked him.
Looks like I'm up.
I accidentally auto-picked Julio Jones, but that's who I would have went with anyway. Actually, I probably would have picked Odell Beckham Jr. or Mike Evans, but I'm kind of skeptical about Odell Beckham Jr.
I went Lashady.
That's a solid pick. With what, 6? Yeah.
Was there any hesitation for Jordy, or was it always going to be Shady?
That's usually who I end up taking every time.
Around.
My real draft is pick 6, so
that's where you're going to go.
Melvin Gordon picked with 8. Ooh, I am up.
Brandon is up.
Now, this is interesting.
Freeman went at 9.
Because after I said I want, that's one of the people I wanted. After I said I would go running back heavy, the top 4 picks are all receivers, which is awesome.
A.J. Green, Jordy Nelson, T.Y. Hilton, Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Jordan Howard, DeMarco Murray.
I'd probably go with A.J. Green just because of the value's sake. However, there's somebody I really like this season, that is Jordan Howard, and I will reach with him with pick 11.
You have got to be kidding.
Why do you like him so much?
5.2 yards a carry behind a terrible line his rookie season. 2.8 yards after carry, which was 3rd in the league.
After carry?
Or after contact, sorry.
You're not worried about that offense at all?
No.
You're not worried about him not scoring touchdowns?
Their offense was trash last year.
He's a stud.
So was Todd Gurley's.
Brandon.
So was Todd Gurley's his rookie year.
I don't think they're
Where's
the
the
same.
rebuttal? You have no rebuttal for that.
I don't think they're the same player. You stopped me a little bit, but I think
Mitch Trubisky in his first preseason game did more than Jared Goff did his whole rookie season.
It doesn't look like he's starting though.
He started 9 for 9 with a touchdown. He's playing.
Oh wow! In week 1 of the preseason, ooh.
Apparently, a lot of people aren't liking Jordy at number 9. What pick are we at?
DeMarco
14?
Murray went 12 after Brandon picked Jordan Howard.
I would really like Jordy Nelson at 15.
Yeah, are we at 15 right now?
Well, yeah, I would like him at 15.
I can't see what.
Well, I'm 2 picks off, and he's still there.
I would take him at pick 13.
Oh, look at that.
Jay Ajayi.
He just has to fall one more.
Went to pick 13. Wow, running back heavy.
I like that pick.
Following Brandon's strategy.
Obviously dependent on his health.
He already had a concussion this year, but he's been cleared. He sat out for like a
I wonder
week
how
and a
long.
half, so.
I wonder how long Dez is going to sit at 17. I can't believe Baldwin's at 18. To be honest, I don't know when he moved that high up.
Talk about people I'm never gonna take.
He moved way high up. Goodness sakes.
Doug Baldwin?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I wouldn't take him either.
Everywhere I was looking, he was in the mid 20s.
I'm pretty sad about that. Not gonna lie.
So Jordy
Austin's
Nelson
gonna
went
pick
one
T.Y.
pick before Austin at
Yeah,
pick
we
14.
went Ty.
Why Ty?
Because he's a beast. And assuming Andrew Luck's healthy, I don't see what's gonna change. All Moncrief does is take 2-yard touchdowns. So
Michael Thomas went pick 16. I'm at right now. My options are Dez Bryant, Doug Baldwin, Gronk.
That is a bad place to be.
Demaryius
That's
Thomas.
a very lousy spot.
I think
I'd almost reach for Lamar.
I'm going with Gronkowski.
I was gonna say I would only go Gronk or Lamar, maybe Amari.
I don't like how injury prone he is. How in the world do you?
Jason doesn't know how to draft.
I'm
players.
in some sketch thing. I'm hitting draft. I'm gonna end up with Dez Bryant.
Uh-oh.
How do you draft?
What'd you do for the first pick?
He auto
Oh, there.
drafted.
We got him.
Yeah, you're that guy waiting
Whew.
until like 2 seconds left.
We got Gronk. So I would rather have Gronk.
Somebody
his ceiling is high. His floor is actually really low.
Why did somebody
Just
pick
because
Dez
he's a
so
good player.
soon?
Yeah,
Come
but I
on.
was get worried because he misses half the year.
Exactly. He hasn't.
Guaranteed.
The past 5 seasons, I don't think he's finished a season.
That's
Still,
So,
it's
right.
rare to play 16 games from.
honestly, he probably should drop back into the late 20s, or not late 20s, early 20s. But I'm
Remember
just
that people were taking him first round like a year or two ago?
Yeah, I think he was like
kinda
pick
weird.
10
what
last year.
production he does.
Yeah, but the
Brings-
Patriots just have so many weapons. I don't see why you'd go to him that much.
They're weird because they don't have any like. I wouldn't say overtly dangerous weapons. They have like.
Brandon Cooks?
Oh, they do now. But, like they had like 5 quality receivers, but no like Pro Bowl receivers, if that makes sense.
So after my pick 17, Dez Bryant went 18.
Somebody wasted a second round
Doug
pick.
Baldwin went 19, which we both hate those players this year.
Trash.
Especially Brandon, since Dez Bryant is going to have a better season than Jamison Crowder. And then at pick 20, Leonard Fournette. You guys buy into the hype?
No.
They said they're
to Crowell.
They said they're gonna try to work T.J. Yeldon into the mix.
Somebody
And
really
if they're
took
gonna try to get him
Isaiah
in there.
Crowell before Lamar Miller.
Still,
He's getting a lot of hype this year, too. And that's
the
not
Crow was
something-
good last year.
He's good, but I no way I would want him that high. No way. At pick 21.
Who are they gonna throw the ball to?
Kenny Britt.
Who are they gonna throw the ball with?
I can't.
Brock
think of his name.
Osweiler.
No, he's not going to win the job.
Is his
That
preseason
one guy,
game?
like that. Oh, he was a rookie last year. I can't think of his name. Was a serviceable QB.
I looked in the first half of the Browns game on NFL.com for some reason at the box score, and I think at the point I looked, Osweiler was averaging like 4 yards an attempt, going like 3 for 9. It was very disheartening.
So after Crowell,
You're
at
up,
pick
you're up, dude.
Oh, jeez.
With 8 seconds. Wow.
Man, he's just talking. He's throwing me off.
Yeah, if it wasn't for me, you would have auto drafted the guy you got.
thank you.
The guy you got.
I would have taken him. So
Oh.
pick
No.
pick 22, Terrell Pryor. Pick 23, Demaryius Thomas. Pick 24, myself, Amari Cooper. And then Ezekiel Elliott was taken off the board at pick 25. I can't believe I would much rather have Amari Cooper than Terrell Pryor and Demaryius Thomas. So I don't know what those guys were thinking.
Especially Demarius.
Yeah, Demaryius
Pryor's
is
kind of a question mark. I don't know.
He could be a stud, but Cooper's consistent at least. He's at least going to get you 10 points a week. And if he gets a touchdown, then that's just gravy.
Just gravy.
Marshawn Lynch can be getting them all.
Austin, what you went with Lamar Miller.
I did. I wanted Marshawn. Well, and Zeke, but Zeke went. I wanted Marshawn, but I couldn't do it to myself. Lamar's safer.
Marshawn is where?
29.
29, and you picked Lamar at 26. So
No. Was it?
pick 26, yeah.
Oh.
And then Todd Gurley went at pick 27. So right now we have Hopkins, Jeffrey, Brandon Cooks, Marshawn Lynch, Keenan Allen are the next 5 up. And
man, Jeffrey went before DeAndre. Sad times.
What do you think about it? Do you agree with that?
No. Just because I feel like Jeffrey will still play a maximum of 12 games.
It's tough.
At least Hopkins.
DeAndre was number 6 last year, so it's hard.
Hopkins is clearly the better player, but
Hopkins also still averaged 10 with Osweiler. There's no way whoever's throwing him the ball is worse than Osweiler.
All right.
Brandon Cooks, interesting.
Brandon is up.
All right, so
real quick, 27, Todd Gurley after Austin's 26 pick with Lamar Miller, 28, Alshon, 29, Brandon Cooks.
This one's a tough one because if I were drafting on a real team, I don't know if I'd take the risk. But I got burnt last season. I go with Hopkins with my pick.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, at 10 a game last season, there's no way he could get any worse quarterback play. So I feel like he could only go up from that. I feel like that's like his floor, which is still decent. Let's see. I don't want to. I have 2 receivers, so I'll go running back. And the only running backs available, at least in a close vicinity of this, are Lynch, Carlos Hyde, and Ty Montgomery. So I'll obviously draft Marshawn.
Ooh, I would take Carlos.
Nah.
Oh, really?
I would.
Even if he falls to me at 35, I won't take him.
I am not a believer in Marshawn Lynch.
I'm not a believer in Carlos Hyde.
That's fair
The
enough.
thing is, we've at least seen what Lynch can do.
Dude's always hurt, and the Niners are terrible.
Lynch is old, and he hasn't played for a year.
Man, somebody took Rodgers at 30.
I don't think he's going to be that great.
So, I think he's getting overhyped.
Keenan Allen went at 33.
Keenan Allen's a sleeper this year, I think. I almost picked him instead of Hopkins.
So read off your team right now.
Right now, I have Jordan Howard, Marshawn Lynch as my 1 and 2 running back, and then I have AJ Green and Hopkins as my 1 and 2 receiver.
So you're sitting decent.
Fairly well, yeah.
A lot of question marks, I think.
It could be really good, though.
Howard, Lynch, and Hopkins are all question marks, but
I wouldn't say Howard's much of a question mark, but
okay.
I easily see Lynch and Hopkins being one.
Austin, your pick?
Oh, man, I actually...
So Keenan Allen went at pick 33, and pick 34 was Carlos Hyde. So talk about who you have, who you're looking at.
Man, I'm almost thinking about going Juice, but I don't know.
Jarvis Landry.
I don't really like this spot.
A lot of targets, but it's Jay Cutler this year.
Yeah, I'm actually more hyped about that.
Really? You want to talk about that after your pick?
I really don't.
Oh, nice. Way to help out the listeners.
I'm just kidding. Let's see. I want Jordan Reed, though. This is tough.
He has 5 seconds to pick.
Oh, I do?
2 seconds.
Oh, crap. I don't want Crabtree. No.
And Michael Crabtree is off the board.
No, I want a Juice.
Special tip to the listeners, always keep an eye on that clock.
Yes.
Well, Jason had me, you wouldn't explain when...
Yeah, I said...
Christian McCaffrey
at the beginning of this, you said if you couldn't focus. That was my pick.
Yeah, you're one to talk.
I want
You
Juice.
missed it the last
Juice.
No, I need a running back.
Just out of spite.
Julio, Amari, and Gronk right now. I need a running back.
Ooh.
I don't
Ty Montgomery's number 1.
Man,
dude, I don't mean to hate on your team.
Rip.
Your team is honestly trash.
Rip.
goodness gracious.
Ty Montgomery's... Oh, no.
We like that Jordan Reed flex play.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's an awful pick.
You know what? We're going to follow Austin's draft strategy and draft running backs later on.
Let's see
We'll
how that
see
gets
how-
you.
Jeez, I also mentioned Marshawn Lynch. I didn't tell.
You mentioned LeGarrette Blount, who is way later.
Yeah, as my 2.
You didn't say that.
You're
So
gonna number 1, 2. You're gonna be running.
Jason, you can still get Eddie Lacy at pick 62.
You're gonna be running Bilal Powell.
I could get Thomas
Powell's
Rawls
pretty good.
in the 10th round, and he's a starting running
No,
back,
he's
and he's
not.
proven he could
He
produce.
is not a starting
For half
running
season.
He is. He started the game.
Are you just trolling?
started
Like,
week-
is your
no, I'm not
is your
trolling.
team a joke?
I am not trolling
You
you.
have the worst team in this draft, clearly.
I disagree. Read off your team.
That's
right now,
a rough
Austin.
draft. I'm not
Bro,
gonna lie.
your 2 tight ends are gonna be hurt for half the year.
Well, at least he could use one to
starting
fill
Jordan
in when
Reed
the
and
other one
Gronk.
was
Pick
hurt.
34, Carlos Hyde. Pick 35 to Austin, Michael Crabtree. Pick 36, Christian McCaffrey.
Wasted pick.
37, Jordan Reed.
I don't know if I like Tom Brady at
Montgomery,
the second
39,
quarterback.
Travis Kelce, and 40, Tom Brady.
I have big question marks.
Oh, wow. I got really cold really fast.
Why would you tell us that?
Well, it's on the video.
Yeah, I jumped really bad.
Well, we can't tell.
Yeah, true.
We might be thinking, what's that dude doing?
So go about Tom Brady not being your second quarterback?
I'm worried about his age. It's just one good hit and he's done.
That's any quarterback.
Not really.
Well,
have you seen how much? A lot of people take a lot of abuse.
Like who?
All right, my pick.
Aaron Rodgers does. I know he had surgery, but Andrew Luck takes a ton of abuse every year.
He's gotten hurt like 3 years in a row, though.
It's my pick right now, and I have Jarvis Landry,
Juice still there?
Julian Edelman, Allen Robinson, Fitz, and Emmanuel Sanders, and Devontae Adams. I'm really tempted to take another wide receiver, but I think
you can reach on Joe
for
Mixon.
my team.
Mixon. How's Bilal Powell rated above Mixon?
I would have to end up drafting Bilal Powell
As your number one running back?
as my number one.
It's a real shame.
And nobody likes Julian Edelman.
I'm confident in what I can do with trades, as well as I like my receivers. I mean,
bro, nobody's trading for anybody on your team.
Oh, yeah?
Baby, guess who got juice anyway?
Yeah, you get somebody who gets
Holla.
8 or 10 catches a game for 80 yards, 8 points. Nice.
Well, that's why. Yeah, he had over 1,000 receiving yards last year and 8 touchdowns. So.
Well, 1,000 receiving yards is only 66 yards a game.
Well, 8 touchdowns isn't half bad though. I'll take it. Touchdown every other game. Jay Cutler's slinging the rock back there.
That's not how it was, though. Brandon's up to pick. Tell us what you're thinking.
He had Eric Decker on deck.
No, dude. Allen Robinson's up. He's my boy, but he shouldn't be after what he did to me last season.
We can put our teams on Twitter and have people take a vote on who has the worst team.
That'd be a nice backup receiver, though.
Jason, I think you easily have the worst team.
I
think you should not.
And you better not vote on all those accounts you
I have
own.
a strong feeling that I'm not getting last.
You better not vote on yours. You're gonna vote yours with like all 15 of your accounts. Vote on them.
I do not have 15 accounts.
You know what? I'm gonna risk it because I like the man. I'm going with Allen Robinson. Get burned 2 years
Blake
straight.
Bortles isn't even gonna be the starter by the end of the year.
Fearless Brandon taking Allen Robinson and DeAndre Hopkins.
I'm gonna get. Yeah, I got burnt by him last year. I'm getting burnt. Well, I'd like to think at least one of them would pan out.
Like last year.
They should have, but all right. Maybe I should.
So
take
real
Jameson
quick after
Crowder. Maybe should have taken Jameson Crowder. I like
probably
him this
should
season. I could go for the safe pick with Frank Gore, or I can go with Greg Olsen.
After my Bilal Powell pick at 44, we have Devontae Adams, Jarvis Landry, Joe Mixon, Julian Edelman, Larry Fitzgerald, Allen Robinson, and Greg Olsen went to Brandon at pick 51. I think he's going to be a big bust this year.
Allen Robinson?
Greg Olsen.
Oh.
I'm not a believer.
I'm a little worried about him.
Not a believer in him.
Well, I like Greg Olsen. He was solid last season.
I can't believe how many people Emmanuel Sanders is ahead of.
52 went Drew Brees, and 53 went Emmanuel Sanders. So we have Sammy Watkins.
Ooh, you could still get Eddie Lacy, Austin.
Who's up?
Sammy Watkins. It's none of us. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So we have Sammy Watkins, Jamison Crowder, Mark Ingram,
let's go.
Dalvin
This is who
Cook,
I wanted,
and
baby.
Tyreek Hill.
This is who I wanted, son.
And Austin takes Dalvin Cook. I was really banking on him being there.
Yeah. I got myself a starting running back.
That hurts a little bit.
Let's go.
But he's probably not going to have that good of a season because their line can't block.
Their line is miserable.
They're the worst.
It's got
line
better.
line.
It can't be any worse.
What?
30, well, that's a fair
32
assessment.
to 31. Nice. So Drew
Brees.
They're
still probably 32, but just a little better.
52 after Greg Olsen.
I really wanted Crowder.
Emmanuel Sanders at 53. Martavis Bryant at 54. Austin with Dalvin Cook at 55.
It was between him and Crowder.
56.
It's between him and Crowder.
It's my pick. I need a running back. My mouse is frozen. Mark Ingram, Frank Gore, who I'm thinking about.
Ooh.
We're going to go Mark Ingram.
I would not feel good as Mark Ingram was my number one running back.
He's not. He's my number two. So
he's got Bilal Powell too.
Oh,
I'm gonna pick a lot of depth in running back.
Forget about Matt Forte. I mean, he's still.
Right now, it's gonna be matchups for me for running back. So.
Oh man, somebody wasted a pick on Eddie Lacy.
I don't have that must-start running back.
Nobody's wasted one yet on our boy Sammy Watkins.
Why would you pick Eddie Lacy before Jamison Crowder, honestly?
So Matt Ryan at 58, Eddie Lacy at
sad.
59, Jamison Crowder at
60. You know what,
60.
Matt Ryan wasn't a half bad deal there.
No.
I don't know.
I know he's
still a quarterback in the top, 5th round? Late 5th?
No, we're in round 6. That would have been round 6 or 7.
Yeah, we're in the 7th right now.
Or yeah, sorry.
But that's not bad. I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I wasn't thinking about taking him, but that's
Pierre Garçon after Crowder at 61. 62, Sammy Watkins. 63, Delaney Walker. I'm back up. Frank Gore's there. I need more running backs.
Are you sure you don't need a third tight end? Delaney Walker's a good pick here.
Also, Spencer Ware's there. I actually like Spencer Ware a little bit better than Frank Gore. I know there's a lot of hype about
the backup.
Oh, what's his name? That's gonna kill me. But I'm taking
Who just
Spencer
took Mike
Ware.
Gillislee?
He's the starter.
Is that a joke?
No, he was projected right around there.
Let me find.
I think he was
that
68
back
or
up
something like
for you.
that.
Oh, what is his name? So talk about the picks. Who went next?
Mike Gillislee.
Somebody took Delaney Walker.
Gillislee was a competent backup last season. I don't like the 3-headed monster that New England has for the running backs, though. Don't they have White,
James White,
Gillislee, and
Rex
the other guy?
Burkhead. Mike Gillislee and
I think they have some Deion Lewis too.
Yeah,
they have four
they
four
have
like
a lot of-
competent running backs. I don't like that.
Don't know how I feel about that one.
Ooh, Paul Perkins.
You gotta talk to our viewers here, Austin.
And then
I either wanted Paul Perkins or I wanted
at pick 66,
or I wanted the guy that just went. No, who was it? Where is he?
Martellus Bennett.
It was a wide receiver I wanted.
Pick
I don't even
69.
see him anymore. Oh, Macklin. Jeremy Macklin, but hopefully I can get him this round.
So Austin, Paul Perkins, pick 66, 67, and Brandon Marshall. 68, Andrew Luck. 69, Martellus Bennett. And 70, Frank Gore.
I want to take Jeremy Macklin just out of spite, but I won't.
Brandon's going to pick LeGarrette.
I want to.
Mark my words.
I want LeGarrette. Let's see.
Stephon Diggs, Willie Snead, Theo Riddick, C.J. Anderson, Jeremy Macklin are all up next. Brandon
Yeah.
has 10 seconds.
This is tough. It's Macklin or LeGarrette. I'll go Macklin.
Ooh.
Wow, you just
Just
said you weren't going to
snipes
do
him.
it.
No, it's there's reason. It's because
Well, let's hear it.
Flacco threw the most passes last season.
And the year before.
Yeah, they throw the ball
Well,
and they
Flacco's not playing. It's Ryan Mallett.
really.
Yeah. The dude who lost the job to Brock Osweiler.
What happened? Oh shoot, he got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
It's a back injury. He's supposed to be back in
I completely
I
forgot
think it's
about that.
between weeks 2 and 4, but back
Either way.
injuries linger. as
Either way.
Austin
Oh,
and I know,
stop
so.
it. You don't feel good about that.
Well, who's their running back?
Terrence West.
That guy's no good. You think they're gonna run the ball with him
Danny
30 times a
Woodhead.
game? Danny Woodhead's no joke. I won't
Could be
disrespect.
a receiving back.
I won't disrespect
That's
Danny
right. Terrence
Woodhead.
West just got taken.
All right, Austin's on the board.
What
You can talk about your pick afterwards.
do you
Pick 70, Frank
what do you
Gore,
think?
Jeremy Macklin.
Oh yeah, I picked Frank Gore
AP
too.
went at 72.
Waste.
73 was Stephon Diggs, and 74 was Terrence West.
It's either Deshaun Jackson or LeGarrette Blount.
Well, what do you need?
I definitely don't need a running back, but I'm taking LeGarrette Blount. I always like to go running back heavy due to scarcity. I always feel like halfway through the season, you always have at least like 10 injured running backs. And so if you have like a couple extras, people will way overpay for them.
So if you own 10 of them,
Agreed.
chances are you're probably gonna have 3 or 4 of them hurt.
yeah, but that
No,
means,
I'm just
that means
messing.
I
I agree
also
with
have.
you.
There's only one starting running back per team usually if
I
they're
have
good.
one pick away. Darren McFadden at pick 76, so took Austin's handcuff.
Interesting.
I was hoping.
Well, I mean, I don't have Elliott.
I was hoping Amir Abdullah would be there.
On your
And
team,
he
Jason, you
was, so I
probably
took
should have
him.
taken McFadden, honestly.
No, I'm fine.
Bro,
Will
you're
Powell, Mark Ingram,
Bilal
Spencer
Powell
Ware,
isn't even
Amir
the
Abdullah.
starter.
Yes, he is. Matt Forte's injured,
For how long though?
and he's not even the starter.
And
I don't
Will
know.
Powell has moved ahead of him on the depth
Are you
chart.
sure about that?
Yeah, last season by the
I have
numbers.
4 starting
by
running
Leo-
backs right now, so I could pick their matchups, and
Like,
I
four
obviously don't
lousy
have
ones though.
I disagree with that.
What?
Amir Abdullah is
four
not a
lousy-
good starter.
Spencer Ware was a legit running back
For the
last year.
first 5 games.
He was a legit. He got hurt. You can't You can't count that.
Well,
Amir Abdullah's always hurt.
guy stepped in and did a lot
and
of
then
work.
Amir Abdullah
Always hurt.
He did well. He got hurt.
What, one game?
How many yards did
Everybody
he have
gets
last
hurt.
year?
I have four decent running
No,
backs.
you
Four
don't.
serviceable running backs.
Oh, I'd
I won't
argue
call
that
Amir.
all day.
I would be
I won't
fine
call
with my
Amir.
team. My team will be more consistent than.
I'd
both
argue
of
that
your teams.
Dalvin Cook, Paul Perkins, LeGarrette Blount
Amir
are better
played
than
one
any
game.
of you, but
You know what? We should keep track of these teams and take the stats each week and see how they do.
Well, we can have our producer, the eyes and ears, do that for us. Thanks, Seth.
But then again,
he just flipped us off.
Then again, if we draft depth though,
Wow,
it's tough.
So, after my pick of Amir Abdullah at 77, 78's Willie Snead, Tyrell Williams, Kyle Rudolph, and Theo Riddick at 81.
I keep seeing Team Brandon up there and thinking I'm about to pick.
So C.J. Anderson, Dante Moncrief, Deshaun Jackson, Tevin Coleman are the next players up to be selected.
Getting slept on.
I think Deshaun will be decent this season.
So is Moncrief.
Nah, Moncrief only caught touchdowns. He had no yards.
Moncrief gets buckets, and that's what you want.
Yeah, but he only had like 2 receptions a game.
That's what you. If he's somebody that Andrew Luck trusts at the goal line, then why not? Who cares if he just gets touchdowns?
Because I want somebody that has more upside than 6
at
points.
At what? He does. Who's to say he doesn't have more upside than 6 points?
Still, I mean, when somebody gets 2 catches, 30 yards, and a touchdown, and that's like
I owned
a
him
normal
last
game.
Year.
That's kind of
the only reason you ever played him is because he was going to probably get a touchdown.
At this point in the draft, he is the best option.
I disagree.
Who else? Adam Thielen?
Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, please.
Maybe even my boy Eric Decker.
I might even take Michael Wallace.
In fantasy football, you want consistency.
Jason, that's your pick.
Fudge.
I just noticed it when there's 3 seconds left.
Russell Wilson.
I needed a quarterback.
Was that the 4th time you missed your pick?
Gosh dang it, this is the 2nd time.
Oh, Deshaun Jackson.
I would have taken Moncrief.
My team is quality, dude.
Wait on quarterbacks. That's pretty common. I mean, everybody's going to say it. It's true. Just wait on quarterbacks.
You're just saying that because you ended up with Russell Wilson.
Well, yeah, as a Niners fan,
I'd wait too.
Ugh.
You've literally compiled the worst team I've ever seen in a mock draft.
I would disagree.
I bet the team that drafted Tebow had a better roster.
It's a very disrespectful.
Legit tight ends. I have the 2 best tight ends, 2 legit wide receivers, and running backs that are going to get me
5 points a game.
8 to 10 points a game.
You don't want
Spencer Ware could be.
David
I'm
Johnson got
counting
21
on the
last
Jets
season.
offense.
I would be totally. Baloo Powell in his last 3 games as a stud.
Stop
3 whole games in a 3-year career.
When he finally got to play, Forte was playing all the time.
Forte.
Running backs.
Forte was very inefficient.
Running backs have been proven. They're on the Jets. Running backs do well.
Is Hackenberg the Jets quarterback?
No, he couldn't. He couldn't break the huddle. So right now, Josh McCown is.
Wow,
man! They took Eric Decker.
Kareem Hunt. That is the running back. I was trying to think of Kansas City Chiefs backup. Russell Wilson was my pick at 64, 65. Kareem Hunt, Deshaun Jackson, Jimmy Graham, Dante Moncrief, and Eric Decker at pick 69.
I'm going Fat Rob.
Fat Rob coming up here.
Fat Rob. There are rumors that the backup might take his starter.
P. Ryan.
There were rumors, however, he has slimmed down in the offseason, and reports in the camp say he seems committed to the job, which I'd hope so because it is his job.
You should be like Fat Rob and slim down in the offseason.
I should. I definitely should have this season.
Well,
offseason.
I'm sure Matt Moore was committed to the job, but as soon as he had an opportunity, they went and found some schlub who was going to be in the booth. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to play at all.
Oh, I thought you were referencing Tony Romo for a second.
No. It was the last pick of the 9th round.
Can you pick, please?
Right. Samaje P. Ryan is going to take over that starting job, so you do not want Fat Rob.
You know what? I wasted 9th round, so I'll live with it.
That's still a big pick.
4 seconds for Brandon.
Had to reach.
He takes 2 Redskins, so Fat Rob, Robert Kelly, and Kirk Cousins.
So let me guess, Jason.
Quarterback last season.
When Doug Martin comes up, you're going to draft him and say you got 4 starting running backs, right?
5, actually.
No, well, depending on where he's at, but I most likely won't draft him.
Oh.
Right now, I only have 2 wide receivers, so I went a little bit running back heavy to balance it out.
You mean you went a little tight end heavy?
Why can't I play 2 tight ends? 2
because
stud
they're
tight
both going
ends.
to be hurt by week 4.
If they're not, though, what's my potential?
Them being out for both of them being out for the playoffs?
I'm just saying, if they're playing, I'm being kind of risky right now, yes.
Kind of risky?
But if both of them play, they both can score 20 points a week.
Well, could. They never do.
To win from your flex, you need around 6 to 8 points, and from your tight end, you need the same. And I could more than double that.
could just grab
easily.
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, but is Hunter Henry going to score as much as Rob Gronkowski?
And then I went out and I grabbed Cam Newton.
He's also 12 rounds behind him, but
I decided it was time.
Needed a quarterback.
I think Cam Newton rebounds a little bit this year.
I almost grabbed him.
Pick 95, Cam Newton. 96, Mike Wallace. 97, Duke Johnson Jr. 98, Matt Forte, poor pick. And 99,
coming from the
John
guy
Brown,
that owns Bilal Powell.
100, Kenny Britt. Do we need to make a bet right now?
I suppose you'd be most qualified to talk about bad picks.
Dude, I think we need to make a bet.
You're over here telling me that Bilal Powell is a suitable number 1 running back. That's why I'm making fun of you.
I'm not saying a suitable number 1 running back. I said he's a serviceable running back.
Serviceable number 1?
I have 4 to 5.
No, he's a suitable flex play on a bye week.
Keep spitting all over my arm.
Goodness, you guys get me all worked up, and I auto drafted Duke Johnson Jr. Screw you guys. Screw you guys.
Was that number 5?
Now Brandon's up.
No, it's not. It's other Brandon.
All right, I'm in 2 picks. I need to focus. I have 5 running backs, 2 wide receivers.
You just auto drafted again, didn't you?
That was team auto draft.
Oh my! My auto draft got turned on.
Learn how to play.
So I auto drafted Jonathan
Dang it! Who
Stewart.
took Zach Ertz?
So I have my 6th running back.
Zach Ertz has hoodwinked you 4 years straight.
He was really good at the end of last year.
Obviously, when you do your draft, focus. Look at your.
But it's all good though,
rankings.
because I got Jordan Matthews and I'm happy about it.
Nice.
That's not bad.
Man, my skill positions are so good.
He has a bone chip in his ankle right now, so he's out for a while.
Jordan Matthews?
Jordan Matthews.
He's
dope, and the Bills just traded for him.
He's the 5th guy on my bench. That's okay.
So he's probably somebody you're going to either drop or put in your injured reserve slot. Brandon's up.
For the 10th pick in the 11th draft.
11th round.
Corey Coleman, or 11th round. I'm saying a bunch of stupid stuff. Picked up Corey Coleman. I liked the start of his season last year.
Oh, did you?
Pre-injury, yes.
So pick 104, Jonathan Stewart, Zach Ertz, Jordan Matthews, Jameis Winston, Hunter Henry, Darren Sproles, and then Brandon just picked Corey Coleman at 110. Looking at
going for a little bit of a risk, getting Jaquiz Rogers.
Jaquiz?
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name. Jaquiz.
You get 3 games of starter production.
Okay, who's ever up, can you please go?
Can we please stop pretending that Doug Martin was a serviceable running back last season? That man had less than 3 yards a carry.
Every other year when he performs.
No, Brandon, he's not on the level of Bilal Powell.
He's not.
Bilal was decent last season. I'll give him that.
Is he a good number 1?
I think you're going to eat your words. I'm not saying he's a number 1 running back.
He's your number 1.
He is. I'm just saying.
I'm okay with him as a flex
I have
play.
4 running backs: Bilal Powell, Mark Ingram, Spencer Ware, Amir Abdullah that I can flip in and out.
I wouldn't want to flip any of them. Not rephrase. I like Bilal Powell this season.
I think Spencer Ware you'd be just fine with.
He's
a starting running back with a quarter on a
but
team with a quarterback that doesn't throw more than 10 yards.
Other people last year.
We
if
saw
you
the way
went
they
to their
treated
first
that guy.
preseason game,
Alex
had
Smith
1
won't even be the
target.
starter at the end of the year.
At the end of the game, his receivers had 1 target when he was in, and his running back had 6.
Who was the backup who I got hosed on last season with the Chiefs?
Nile Davis.
Nile Davis. We saw the treatment he got. Who's to say that Spencer Ware's going to get all the carries?
Andy Reid's actually talked about Spencer Ware and was really excited about Spencer Ware.
And then I'm actually going to
This team doesn't have much to be excited about.
I'm actually taking Derrick Henry because I don't trust DeMarco Murray to stay healthy all year.
I don't like DeMarco Murray this season just because the last time he had a good season, other than last season, obviously, he went out and just busted.
You can't say that other than last season. That's like the world's biggest caveat.
No, last season he had a good season. I mean, so I feel like he had a really good season, then awful, then really good. I don't trust what was it? I can't remember.
So let's move on.
Let's hurry up and pick this. This draft needs to end.
With 117. Pick 117. I went with Corey Davis. I like the upside. Giovanni Bernard went after him. Phillip Rivers. Broncos defense already, and Dak Prescott.
I don't know why
Seahawks
people like
defense.
Already, we're in the 13th round.
Yeah, I wait on defense.
Why do people like the Broncos defense?
Because their line is really good. And
yeah, but the offense is so bad. The defense is always going to be on the field.
It didn't matter. Their corners are unbelievable.
Are they? But are they better than Bilal Powell?
I think Samaje Perine P. Ryan wins the job, so I'm drafting him. Running back heavy, 7 running backs, 3 wide receivers. You just it's going right over your head what I'm saying about Bilal Powell. I'm just saying I have running backs that I can flip in depending on the matchup.
Bilal Powell is not good.
And that's where I am in the draft. What was available to me.
Well, yeah, because you took 2 tight ends in right away.
Jordan Reed was way better than any of my options at that time.
Mm-hmm. Not Bilal Powell, though.
Bilal Powell was later on.
I know, he's a better option.
Why do you be so disrespectful with Bilal Powell?
Hey, Randy, can we please hurry up and pick?
I'm looking.
There's 2 rounds left. Just pick.
For you, maybe.
Brandon.
We could put these teams on Twitter, and we'll take it to a vote. See who has the worst. See who has the best.
Jason, you clearly have the worst team.
I disagree. I wish we were in a league with these teams right now because I would be fine.
No, you wouldn't.
I would be just fine.
I wouldn't like that if I were you. But that's just me.
You're we can debate your teams in a second, but your team is just complete inconsistency right now.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Boomer bust, baby.
Yeah, your whole team.
I missed Frank Gore's consistent, so if my flex is inconsistent, I can just plug him right in.
You wanna talk about a 34-year-old running back? You have Allen Robinson,
who hasn't missed a game
Hopkins.
in 6 years. Yeah, we saw their all-time low.
Cool. Allen Robinson hasn't missed a game in 2 years.
No, I'm talking about Frank Gore.
He's good, yeah.
Frank Gore's not going to be the starter by the end of the year.
Well, he'll potentially get hurt. He's 35 years old.
Or he'll potentially be awful because he's 35 years old.
All right. At pick 137,
Who's gonna take the job?
I'm going to take Steven Gostkowski.
I hope you're proud of that.
I like the Patriots to score some points this year. We have...
It appears as if auto draft is in motion for most teams.
Including me.
Ebron, Matthew Stafford, Latavius Murray. Then I had... Or then Brandon picked Adam
Latavius Murray has really dropped off.
Dan Bailey at 143. Now it's my pick again. Ben Roethlisberger, Zay Jones, John Ross, Tyrod Taylor, Jeremy Hill.
I can't believe how much Roethlisberger dropped in a year.
I'm probably... I'm going to take a risk and go with Jamal Charles.
Why? I wanted him.
I don't care that you wanted him.
I'm just saying. I didn't think anybody's going to take him. And then somebody did.
Can you just make these last two quick, please?
Yeah.
So Ben Roethlisberger, Cardinals defense, Patriots, Matt Prater at 148 and Zay Jones at 149. Brandon is on the clock with his last 2 picks.
This obviously I'm just clicking because it doesn't really matter. I mean,
No,
I mean, like, I'm not going to go in there and examine all the defenses. I'll take the best available right now. And let's see, the last pick.
Panthers defense.
Oh, there's somebody's going to. I'll take a
really
risk on
overrated this year.
Jeremy Hill, maybe
7 touchdowns in the past 3 years.
He's a dud, but it's my last pick, so.
John Ross, Dustin Hopkins, Tyrod Taylor. I'm up. Need a wide receiver. Oh, but I see. Oh, I'm maxed out. Thomas Rawls is there. I have eight running backs right now, so I probably should draft a wide receiver.
Ooh, you could have Kenny Stills.
I'm a big believer in Brashard Perryman this year, but I'm going to go with Robert Woods.
I don't know why the Rams went out of their way to take both of the Bills' receivers.
They see something.
Yeah.
Bills aren't using them. So we have... I'm up. I'm going to go with Kenny Stills.
Draft's essentially over now.
So I ended up with the Jaguars defense.
They're supposed to be pretty good, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever you think about them.
I'm impartial. It's what was left. Defense is a streamer anyway. So just real quick, let's read off our teams and then evaluate them.
All right, took a snapshot.
All right. I have at quarterback, I have Russell Wilson. Running back, below Powell, Mark Ingram, but I can also flip in Spencer Ware and Amir Abdullah, which I would probably start Spencer Ware before Mark Ingram. Wide receiver, I have Julio Jones and then Amari Cooper. And then my tight end is Gronk, and my flex is Jordan Reed. Defense, Jaguars, kicker, Steven Gostkowski.
That is rough.
I mean, it's not the most ideal team, but I think I could make it work.
Yeah, for maybe like a 7th place finish.
Disagree.
All right, my team, I have Cam Newton, then running back 1 and 2, LaShawn McCoy, Lamar Miller. My top 2 wide receivers are going to be T.Y. and Michael Crabtree, who was an accident. Tight end, not overly thrilled about, is Jack Doyle. Flex play is Jarvis Landry. Defense, Cardinals. And then for the bench, we have Dalvin Cook, Paul Perkins, LeGarrette Blount, Deshaun Jackson, Jordan Matthews, Derrick Henry, and Kevin White. So really went heavy on skill positions.
All right, and for mine, I got Kirk Cousins. Let's see here. Jordan Howard, Marshawn Lynch. At receiver, we have A.J. Green, DeAndre Hopkins. Tight end, Greg Olsen. For the flex, we have Allen Robinson. However, if he decides to be the Allen Robinson of old, we also have Robert Kelly, Frank Gore, Jeremy Maclin, and Corey Coleman, who could be plugged in there. Defense, we have the Panthers. And kicker, we have Justin Tucker.
So we're going to put these on Twitter. Just take a vote, and then we can talk about it next podcast and see who had the worst, who had the best team.
You can't vote, or we can't vote on our own.
We're not going to vote. I'm just going to.
You at least get your own vote.
Okay, fine. 1 vote each.
Okay, so tonight we have Monday Night Football, or hopefully this is out by tonight. But we have Ravens versus Dolphins, Bills versus Eagles, Jags versus Bucks. Make sure you check us out on Twitter. Brandon, where's that?
Hold on. We're not doing the hot take?
Nah.
We're kind of out of time right now, so.
Fair enough. I'll save it for next week. Get ready, everybody, for next week. Oh, by the way, you want to see us again? No, you do. Go on Frontline FF at Twitter.com. That's right. Look right into my eyes. Frontline FF at Twitter.com. You need this.
Also, check out our website, frontlinefantasyfootball.com, where you can see Jonathan's blog. He actually talked a little bit about Ezekiel Elliott and Sammy Watkins and where they should be drafted. So check that out.
What more do you want?
You can see our rankings. You can see Austin's DFS page. You can see our podcast bets.
Not yet.
Well,
Soon.
Also, check us out on YouTube, Frontline Fantasy Football. Check us out on Instagram, Frontline FF. And check us out on iTunes and now Google Play.
You like that, don't you? I certainly do.
Thanks for listening and watching.